G'day guys, my name is Trent, aka Laxlime, bringing you a Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a LittleCup battle against the Clumzzy Monkey. I really love LittleCup battles, so these are really fun for me. Clumzzy said he was actually bringing a real OP team, so I decided to actually bring my own OP team. This is a team which has been pretty good. I've had a lot of success with it on Showdown, and it's actually quite fun to use. And you know what? It's not really often that you see me using a lot of the top tier threats, but it's fun to try every once in a while and give them a go. Also, before we get into the battle, I'd like to thank Jack or Jack Weavile for the awesome layouts, banner and thumbnail that's been updated on my channel. I reckon they look really good, and yeah, I think he did a really good job. So I will leave his link in the description as well. But let's just get straight into the battle. It ended up being a lot closer than I was expecting towards the end. So let's go. So he actually just does lead off with his Onix as I go into Meanfu. I was predicting the Onix lead, and I really just wanted to go for the knockoff to knock off the whatever this thing's carrying. I was assuming it was the Aviola at first, but he actually is the Berry Juice, which is really cool because when he gets the Sturdy, he'll just go back up to full HP and be able to switch out from there. Now, I was really predicting the switch out on this turn and going into Punkaboo, so I decided to go for the knockoff. I'm pretty sure that the knockoff was going to do a significant amount of damage. It also knocks off whatever this thing is holding and making it a lot less of a threat, because Punkaboos can be really irritating in LittleCup. I've found them very irritating. So he obviously the knockoff does a lot, and I can just go for the U-turn, switch out of there, and Punkaboo will go down. At this point, I sort of thought Skrelp can probably do the most damage to his team, so I switched into Skrelp at this point, and he does bring in his Staryu. He told me after this battle that he really thought Skrelp was a Dragon type, but it's actually only a Poison and Water type at this first evolution. I didn't know that too until I started using him, and yeah, so this is my physical set. It was the same physical set I've used in the NU battle, and it works. I love using this thing. It's so much power. I do score the poison there, so I sort of felt a little bit bad about that, but that's okay. I can easily just go for the waterfall in the next turn. Staryu is going to go down. I also carry the Berry Juice on Skrelp, so now after that critical hit, he didn't snag the burn, which would have been really fortunate for him if he did, but I'm back up to full HP, and yeah, the waterfall is going to be able to take out Staryu. From here, he will go into his Onix, which is a good play because the Earthquake is pretty confidently able to kill me. So yeah, switches into the Onix, going for the Earthquake, and you know what? I felt pretty bad here because I live on 1 HP. That must have been a low roll, I'm sure of it. Because Skrelp can't really take too many attacks, but I'm able to go for the Waterfall, and Onix is out of there. There was no chance of Onix to be able to survive that. And from here, he will go into Untrubbish. He ends up just, I was sort of thinking Toxic Spikes and sort of those things, so I decided to switch out just in case he did go for the Toxic Spikes, because that could be really annoying for my team. And at least I'll be able to send in Skrelp as death fodder later, just to be able to eat up the Toxic Spikes as well, if it sort of comes into a bit of a problem. So I do get the download, and my special attack does raise, and I'm easily able to go for whatever move really at this point. So I do go for the Tri Attack, and unfortunately I snag the burn, and that really sucks for him. I'm having totally too much luck in this battle, and yeah, so it's a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. That's okay. That's how it plays sometimes. He does go for the Drain Punch, and because I'm like max special defense, it does absolutely nothing, plus the burn, so yeah, that's nothing. So I can just go for the Tri Attack again, and this puts it down to a range where the next burn damage will actually take it out. So from here, I'm pretty happy to just leave Porygon in because it can sort of start putting in some work. I do carry hidden power fighting as well, so I'm easily able to go for that to sort of see how much it would do. It does halve, and I was really shocked by that, but it turns out to be a critical hit. So pretty much turn for turn, I am getting all the hacks here, and yeah, that really sucks. But a cursing Munchlax is nothing to laugh about. These things are problems, like massive problems. So I go for the hidden power fighting again. It doesn't do enough to take it out, and he goes for the rest. Oh, there's nothing worse than arresting Munchlax. There really isn't. He he's going to be asleep for 2 turns. So I thought, you know, if I just go for some try attacks, I'll eventually be able to take this out. It's not going to be too much of a threat, and well, that's what I thought anyway. But he gets the sleep talk off, and he goes for another curse, so that's +2. And at this point, I'm getting a little bit scared because a +2 Munchlax is a bit of a problem. And if he keeps on getting more curses, it's going to be even more of a problem, and I'll have to play around it a little bit to try to actually take it out. So I was a little bit taken back and scared at this point. So next sleep talk comes through, and I'm like hoping like hell he doesn't get any move, but he gets the facade. So he's sleep talk facade, which is a really good idea. That's a really good idea, and it's a bit of a problem. And he wakes up on the second turn. He goes for the rest again, so now he's back up to full HP. I've just really got to hope that he doesn't keep on getting more curses, because that's going to be a problem. I need to switch out here, and I thought, you know, I need to go and get a knockoff off, because at least if I get the if it'll light off, I'll be able to damage this thing a little bit better. And that was my only option. I couldn't stay with Porygon because he would just be able to keep on rest talks, cursing, and everything until I died. So this was probably my safest play. He does end up getting another curse here, so that's +3, I believe now. So that's even more scary. However, I'm able to get the knockoff on this turn, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing because this thing will be a lot more easier to deal with after I get the knockoff. So knockoff comes through. It does absolutely nothing, but that's at least off, and it really depends on what he's going to get here. So yeah, the sleep talk comes through, and he gets another rest, which is absolutely nothing. But you know what? It's only to the point where I've got to kind of use this thing as death fodder, because I don't want to switch into a facade and be absolutely annihilated. So I do go for the drain punch, and that did a significant amount of damage, and a decent amount of damage. So I can go for another drain punch after that. But he ends up going for the facade. It's not enough to take me out, but with the poison rack up as well, that means I am out of there. From here, I will switch into my Snova, which is my Choice Scarf Snova. You know what? It works really well because no one expects this thing to be Choice Scarf, and it gets up to like the 16-17 mark, which sort of outspeeds most adamant or uninvested speed natured Pokemon, and it works really well. So the Blizzard comes through. It doesn't do quite enough to take it out, and yeah, so Snova is down. I thought it'd do a little bit more than that, but it didn't. However, I do have the Hail up now, so at least the Hail will be able to use chip damage and take him out. I thought that was sort of the best bet. So Fletching comes in here as well, and you know, Acrobatics is going to outspeed and hopefully be able to take out this fatty at this range. So that is Fatty down, so that's one threat completely out of the way, and the only Pokemon he's got left after this is his Manfu, you know, and that can still be a really big problem because these things can put in so much work. So I decided to actually take this opportunity to switch out into my Scralp. It'll be able to, you know, take away the poison spikes as well and just go down to any attack. It also wastes his Fake Out because, yeah, Fake Out does a lot of damage and it can be really annoying. So Fake Out's out of the way. He's taking some of the ice damage, and I can easily just go into Spritzies now because Spritzy can just easily take up any attack that he decides to go for, and I can just retaliate with a Moonblast, and there ain't no way that he's going to live that. There's no way that he's going to live that. So yeah, that was actually, to be honest, the first LittleCup Wi-Fi battle I have ever won. So it was good. I was excited about that. And it actually turned out to be fairly close. That Munchlax actually put a big rift through my team because I only had Porygon was really on nothing, and you know, if I didn't have the Spritzies, I would have been in a little bit of trouble, but it did save the day. It definitely did save the day. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to have a chance to battle me, and if you do LittleCup, please let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm pretty flexible, and I can normally arrange a battle, you know, within a couple of days of when you actually got a hold of me. And yeah, so that's basically all from me. As I said, please check out ClumzzyMonkey. He's a really cool guy, and I've, you know, pretty much he's been a good friend since I've started this YouTube adventure, and he's helped me out a lot. So yeah, definitely check him out. And that is all. So I really hope to see you guys next time.